Hello, music lovers. So I spent yesterday working on this new version of my keyboard pedalboard. It's much more compact than it was before for a few reasons. So it used to be on this board here, my old version of my pedalboard. I had the expression pedal here, the power strip there. I had, I think, the delay pedal here, and the sustain pedal over here. It was a little spread out. And also, on the old version, I had space underneath for all the transformers, potentially, which is why I had it elevated, because I wanted to hide the cords and extra things underneath. But now, actually, what I've done is I've taken the transformers and put them up together over there in that little block that I'm going to maybe wrap up a little bit better. And so the board itself actually ends up being pretty small. The other thing I'm doing with this is making it so that I can detach the snake here from the board. And I'm going to perfect this as I go, but this isn't done yet. I don't have a way to do that with the expression pedal yet, but the other way is I can remove the board and all the cables can stay on the stand, which makes it easier to move after I've set up. One thing I'm particularly proud of on this board is this little jack that I fashioned. I used some adapters I had on hand and just wrapped the slack up here for my sustain pedal. So that's the way that I can detach the pedal from the snake, is basically just by having an extra thing. And so you know, this cord here, which is this cord here, which I've color coded as white, is going to the sustain, and it just goes right in there. And eventually, I'm ordering 2 new expression pedals, actually, because both of my keyboards have volume pedals, and this one is kind of bulky. But I'm going to have something similar to this. I'm going to order some couplers and some TRS patch cords. I had not realized until recently that an expression pedal needs a balanced cable. It needs TRS, whereas you know, like a sustain pedal just needs TS. So I'll be doing something similar to that, a little less janky. So yeah, once I get my extra gear. But this is kind of a proof of concept anyway. And so for the next show, until I get those other pedals, I'm just going to, you know, once I'll set it all up and then pull that pedal out and plug it into the organ. This one, that's the one I use it for. So basically I kind of just like linked all these together. These are all for one keyboard: power, audio out, and sustain. And actually what I have here is the audio out actually goes down into this delay pedal and then back up. And eventually back up through here into this little mixer, which I managed to attach to this mic stand like this. I think it's pretty clever. This here is part of a boom that I just took apart. It wasn't working very well anyway. And then a little spacer. And I don't even know what kind of bolt needs to go into the back of that mixer, but I happen to have the right size, so lucky me. And yeah, so this is all the transformers. So I have, you know, a single extension cord coming up here. Extension cord as well as the Casio cord. And so here's the Casio transformer, and then 2 identical transformers for the Yamaha organ keyboard, the YC, and the Yamaha mixer there. And so these are just going to sort of hang out here, you know, probably I might wrap them up in something, and they'll sort of be out of the way. They'll still be out of the way. You know, the point was to get the transformers and stuff like out of the way. And so instead of underneath the board like I had before, now I have them up here, which is nice. This is smaller and lighter, and one of the main problems I had with my old board was that I had the sustain pedal way over on the right, like way far away, and I realized that, you know, I need it right. If I'm standing here, you know, playing, you know, I'll need it right there, you know, right in the middle. So, all right, so I've put the keyboards on the stand, and now I'm going to hook it up. So here are the keyboard ones. So here's audio out, there, obviously power, and then sustain in. At some point later I'll have another pedal in there. And then over here have audio out and power. Boom. And now here I can pull this out and attach it. That's not going to be part of the eventual design, but it is how it is now. So go ahead and put this foot controller there. Boom. Okay.